Did you just start your study phase but you're still lost? Well, then this video is for you. I'm Joanna and welcome to my channel. So let's get on to it. We have this Excel table that we get from the exchange. So the first thing I do is fill in the status, and I filled out already here. So I just write all of subjects they have, chemistry, maths, etc. And then my motivation for this. And sometimes it's really just like, I just want to pass, but not for all of it. Like chemistry, this is a subject that I really don't get. And then we have this status quo. It's like, what did I already take out of the lectures and how much do I already know? We also have different weighings for the subjects. And then we have this one that is automatically calculated, but for my studying phase, I put differently. So for some of these, this is just not really necessary to invest so much time in the studying phase, because we also have the exam phase where you can also study. And this is something that kind of obviously chemistry and maths are the most important ones. So I put most of the weighing there. All of the others, I'm gonna invest as little time as possible, because if something counts 3 times and the other one is cutting 12 times, it's obvious that I won't invest as much time in the one subject that is for you. And in the end, we should get 100% here. So the next thing is the big table here. I don't know how other people like this, but for me, it works well if I adapt it to my own personal choices. And that's, I just use it kind of differently than they say you should use it. First of all, I have this color coding that I put for every single subject, so I have a better overview of all of this. And then I also use like conditional formatting. Here you see that I just put in this value I have for all the subjects. I have like a small shortcut and I put it with a color, and then for the whole table it's automatically being this color. And then also here I just do it super differently. It just counts how many things are not accessed, so that are all of the pathways that I have to use. Maybe also how I plan is, I know that there's going to be like courses in these 2 weeks for math and chemistry, so I try to learn more or less things before that, so I'm not like completely unprepared for these courses. As you see probably, I always have these very high-consuming and mentally very engaging subjects in the morning, like math and chemistry in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, but mostly in the morning. And then I put biology and things like that in the afternoon. So if you have some kind of, also if you're not studying environmental sciences, if you have some different kinds of subjects, some are more like intense and this, I would always put the more intense ones in the morning, because for me, I'm more like a morning person and have more energy in that morning and in the afternoon. And also you wanted to maybe some other things, but I'm gonna get to this later. These 2 weeks are like the buffer and repetition phase. And here you don't want to put anything there yet, just because it's a buffer. So you don't know really what you're gonna be left over, what is gonna be like clear yet. Then also the repetition. In this table, we don't really know when the exams are gonna be. And these are spread over 1 month. So you will always have some time to study before and after the exams. I also started to fill out these details for every exam. It's going to be very helpful to have like good overview. But also what the interesting thing is, or what helps me a lot, and I did it for my first Basisprüfung as well, I had these topics and I just wrote all of them down. So for example here, one of the first topics was differentials. And what I like to do is just use these symbols for like an orange kind of thing, and priority is quite high, I guess. I put priority 1 to 5, so I'll put like 4. And then you can also put in how many half days you want to use for this specific topic. I don't know that yet. I will do this probably like on the go. And then you can also put in if you're done or not. I would do a tick, for example. I mean, this is not that interactive on the laptop, But if you want, you can also just print it out and do it by hand. This is a very simple thing, but I think it really helps you to analyze what you already know. In the best case, you also have like learning goals for all the topics that we have for mathematics, for example. What are the contents of each of this topic? Alright, so let's get to the second thing that is most important, to plan your studying phase for the Basisprüfung. And this is obviously the weekly plan. And I don't really use the one that they give us from the ETH, like the one in Excel, because it's what I do. I just use my normal calendar that I have on my computer. Here you see I have my calendar open. This is for the next week. I actually also have to consult my Excel file, so you can check which things you want to do on which days. So this should be more or less the same. The first thing I do, I always block out things that are already set. For example, I have to work for about 8 hours every week, so I always plan this for the whole summer to be Thursday and Friday. Of course, I'm more or less flexible, so this is not very like a fixed thing. That's why I always do this like 1 week before. I'm not gonna plan this for the whole summer because this is just gonna work. So what I do here is I plan my times for work. What I also do is I plan all of my sports. So for example, and this is the fourth love, so I'm just gonna put it in, maybe more like free time. Most of the times I try to go to the gym like twice or thrice a week. The best day to start is always Monday, so I try to do it like in the afternoon if I don't really feel like doing anything else, and then I can just go back home and just eat, do something else. I'm just gonna copy that. I really try to plan out like at least 3 times a week during the whole summer to do sports. This is one of the fixed things. Like work and sports are fixed things that I always gonna be there. What I do next is I just plan out all of the things I see in my plan. So for example, Monday, I want to study maths and biology. And I just do this for all of my day like this. And of course, I mean, it's not like I'm studying 4 hours straight. I'm always doing like small breaks in between. Mostly for maths, not always, because I just like to be in the phase of doing mathematics. But for like other stuff, I really need breaks. And then I also try to schedule some time for myself. Yeah, I really want to go to meditating, so I'm just gonna put in this. After the training, I try to do like something to eat and just like maybe meet some people, and always try to get to bed at a decent time, so more like 10:30 or something. So I always try to reserve my last half an hour at least to do something else besides being at the computer or like watching Netflix and something. Doesn't always work, but I think this is a very good habit to try it. So I just try to do like reading or something. Try to leave some time open as well, because sometimes you're gonna finish off everything you wanted at this day. So there's gonna be maybe like a small, maybe just gonna be like a small buffer to do something if I didn't manage everything. But most of the times after whole day studying, you don't have any energy to do that anymore. My days are gonna be more or less the same because I like to have my routine in. If I just realize that something is not necessary or it takes too much time or I don't need this time, then I'm just gonna go ahead and change the plan. I mean, it's not like it's fixed forever, and I'm gonna adjust it every week for sure, and also throughout the day. If I realize I don't need that much time for ecology, for example, I'm just gonna do 2 hours and then instead 2 hours more of maths. It could be also possible. You really need to be flexible and stay flexible for the whole summer, because otherwise it's just not gonna work. Of course, you have your half days that you're pre-planned with the Excel. Still, sometimes it doesn't really work like that as you want. The reading part or something, I just really want to do something in the evening that is super relaxing and not being in front of the computer all the day, also in the evening. This is, as we all know probably by the time, that this is not very healthy, and I just really need this time also to relax. And as you see, there's still a lot of time that I can use for other things, for like doing maybe like a spontaneous dinner or something, or also Saturday, Sunday, and I haven't planned yet. I'm also on the weekends, I'm also flexible if I want to go like hiking or something, or going to the lake. This is more or less how I do it. I just plan out all of it 1 week before, so I have more or less a clear idea what is going on and when I'm gonna study what. And the most important part, when I do my breaks, because if you're not doing breaks, or if you don't plan your breaks very precisely, you will just end up studying all the time. I mean, this is not good and you're not gonna get far. But this is also very idealistic. I am very aware of that. Like 6 to 8 hours a day studying is a very manageable thing, and I'm gonna try to stick with this, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this was the first part for the whole calendar thing. What I also do, I'm not gonna show it in detail now, but I also use my notebook, like my old bullet journal or notebook, where I'm just gonna put all of my like more detailed things about what I'm gonna study. For example, if I do mathematics tomorrow, what topics I wanna do, or what old exams I wanna use, stuff like this. So I have it more like flexible, because in the calendar I just like to have like my big things inside, and also sometimes just writing by pen is just like the most nice thing to do. I'm just gonna do it on paper. So yeah, I hope this was helpful for you and for you Basisprüfung coming up. And yeah, if you have any questions, just write me down below in the comments. And if you want to see more about studying at ETH, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, see you next time. Bye!